Hey guys, how you doing? Today is June 13, Friday. Yesterday there was a very serious air crash tragedy, right, in India. The plane is going to fly from India back to UK, and then that is a Boeing aircraft, and it took off very soon. Then the aircraft going down, slowly going down, and then the air crash. Right. I remember during the COVID-19, I think it's about 2020 or 2021. Then there was one or two exact accidents of Boeing happened before, right? Once the aircraft took off, then it goes up, right? And then, don't know why, the head of the aircraft goes down, goes down, goes down, goes down. Very soon, maybe just 5 or 10 minutes after took off, and then goes down, goes down, goes down, and then air crash. Like this time, just few years before. And yesterday, when I heard this news, the immediate effect on me is, once again, after those years, I think Boeing recovered everything already, but seems not. Of course, then we still have to wait for the cause of the accident. I think that India, because that aircraft, it's been in India since 1 year before. Maintenance or the others may have the problem, but this is exactly the same thing happened before. Right? So I'm very shocked. Right? Seems the same thing. Right? And talking about investment, I think that the investor may dump Boeing's investment. Right? Although President Trump it's been very hard to selling the aircraft of Boeing to China or India, something like that. But she doesn't make a luck for herself, right? So today we will quickly go for that. Thanks for watching, and our Falcon portfolio been 121%, right? So any of you have any comment, you can leave under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. And this is our covering. Now only one guy, only one survivor. 240 people on the plane's been gone, right? And another, I think, is the citizens, right? Because the aircraft crashed into the residential area. About another 50 people being killed, dead during the air crash. So that is crap tragedy, right? To me, that why it happened again. The reason is the same. I heard about the reason, and then I see the YouTube, right? How the plane goes up and then goes down, exactly as few years before. Slowly, seems nobody can control the aircraft. No one, right? I don't know. Computer, remote, right? Or manual, seems no. It's just like 3 or 4 years before. The plane gradually goes down. The head heading downward, goes down, goes down, goes down. That's it. So why it happened again? It happened a few years before. I remember 2 times already. I have reported that before, so I have the memory. So yesterday we still have upside of Dow Jones, 101 point. So Dow Jones yesterday closed at 42,967. Nasdaq closed 46 points higher, 19,662 closed. And this is our Falcon 350,000 portfolio. Then we have 121 points, and this year we still have negative 1%, minus 1% loss. Right? So today the Dow future dropped more than 600 points. It's because Israel attacks Iran, right? The attack is on Iran's nuclear enrichment program. The nuclear scientists and military officers, and one of them, right? Maybe I pronounce it wrong, right? It's called the Revolutionary Guard Corps. Hossein Salami was killed in the strike, right? So maybe there is big revenge. We don't know. And the oil price jumped more than 10%. In these 2 years, I never saw oil price jumped more than 10% in one shot, right? Because the market is very fear. There may be war, right? Iran may fight back, something like that. So, the Dow future dropped at 700 points. And the Nasdaq future dropped at 418 points because afraid of the war, right? And the oil price surged at 11% on the heels of Israel strikes, right? We just talked about it. There is a good news, right? Because a federal judge said that Trump's sending the troops, the National Guard, to Los Angeles is illegal. And Trump already ordered them to return to the control of the Guard to government, right? But there may be protests in 1,500 cities in U.S. tomorrow in a Saturday, right? So there may be another strike, something like that, because 1,500 cities may be across all the U.S., right? So we'll see that, right? But that, I hope that the retrieve of the National Guard may calm the bad atmosphere down, calm it down, right? Don't make it come worse. So talking about this India crash, right? And this the number of the flight is 171. It crashed after moments of takeoff, right? It just like what I mentioned before, maybe just 5 or 10 minutes, right? It climbed up, took off, and then the head of the plane goes down. No one can control it, right? From, I don't know how to pronounce the name, right? And then it's bound back to London. There were 242 people on the board, and then all are being killed except there is one survivor, right? I think he is loved by the God, right? He got seriously injured, but he awake, right? Already sent to the hospital. And then there will be about 50 people more being killed. Some are the crew, I think, right? Some are the crew of the aircraft, and some are the citizens, right? Because the plane crashed onto the residential area, right? So that is the first fatal crash of Boeing's Dreamliner, right? Different model than what I mentioned before. Dreamliner, this is called. I remember that is 737, something like that, right? And now this number is 7878, Dreamliner, right? And then this plane was handed over to Air India in 10 years before, 2014, January, right? And then it had a lot of surface in between, right? A lot of surface in between, right? So I think that maybe India has the responsibility of the maintenance, but Last time I remember is the software problem. Last time I remember is the software problem. The manual control not working, right? And the software not working. So the plane goes down and then the air crash. And Air India confirms plane crash killed at least 241 people, one passenger survived, right? He was being loved by the God, right? He is a man, right? And the cause of the crash may take months to determine, right? Then, but I think that we know it already. So we'll talk about Boeing in a minute, right? And Trump calls Powell numbskull, right? And he wants Powell to lower the interest rate by 2 percentage points, right? It's not working, right? Because the market is because of the tariff, right? And if he keep on pressing on the tariff, then what's the point of lowering the interest rate, right? No use, right? So that's the reason, right? Then I support Powell. Then it's not the point to lower the interest rate, right? Maybe later this year, maybe 0.5%, right? I think so. This is what I think. First time since few months heard about AMD, right? Lisa, right? And then Lisa's been Lisa Su unveiled the chips at a launch event in San Jose, California, and then that is being done hand in hand with OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, right, for new AI chips, right. That's a good thing to AMD, right. AMD stock price been not good for a long time already, right, for a few months already. I hope that it may bring a good shape to AMD. That is still a good news to India, and India's headline inflation just 2.82% in May, right? That's good, right? 2.82%, not high, right? This strike me to on as well, right? UK Finance Minister Rachel Reeves, right? Then she just announced a big plan, but for spending. That plan is for spending, not for earning the money. And then the government will inject billions of pounds into defense, healthcare, infrastructure, and other areas of the economy, and funding public spending as well. That's a good thing, but then she has to think about how to earn the money. She is thinking how to spend the money, but not earning the money. So how can it be, right? Then there may be a snowball effect, right? There may be a snowball effect because you print the money, you spend the money, you roll it up, but you do not have enough of foreign money goes in. Then there may be a problem, right? So we take a look on the Boeing stock price. We can easily see that now the Boeing stock price is less than half of their peak, right? It's less than half, right? The peak is about 450, and now it's only 200. In the past 5 years, the stock price only rised by 7.51%. And in the past 1 year, only rise by 11%, right? That was very bad. Take a look at the first quarter financial results, right? The operating margin is just shocking me. 2.4% operating margin, right? And then the core loss per share is still 49 cents with the free cash flow negative, right? So I make a big clause on that, right? Fail. And that is the commercial airplanes. And she said that the backlog is 460 billion US dollar, over 5,600 airplanes, right? And the operating margin is still a loss, 6.6%, but negative. We can see that there is improvement, but it's not enough, right? Because the operating margin negative, that means no money and it's still lost money. Still lost money, right? During the whole pandemic, and 2 years later, still lost money. And that, because that is from the government, right? For defense, space, and security. So she has a positive operating margin, but only 2.5%, right? And the order value is just 4 billion US dollar, right? That is the best one. Operating margin 18.6%, right? At least that is a positive. We don't know about the net income, we don't know, right? But the order value, not big, 5 billion, but at least the operating margin is a positive. And for the cash and marketable securities that BOEING has is 23.7 billion US dollar in the first quarter of this year. But the debt is 53.6 billion. That means the net debt is 30 billion US dollar. 30 billion US dollar, and we can see that from S&P, Moody's, Fitch, all are B, BBB, Baa3, BBB minus, not an A grade, right? Very close to rubbish level already. And we can see that for this quarter, the earnings per share is a negative, right? Negative 49 cents, right? She beats, but she's a negative. So how can she pay back the debt, right? She earns no money. She's still a loss. That's only make the debt larger, not pay back part of the debt, right? So I don't recommend anyone hold this stock, right? Maybe there is another choice of Airbus, right? We can see that at least seems the stock price is okay, right? See that this is 5 years. Seems the stock price is gradually going up, right? Not very good. I don't know. I don't analyze this stock at this moment, right? But from the stock price, seems a better choice, all right? So thanks for watching, and I hope all of the debt people's family, right? Sorry for their loss, right? Hope they recover soon, and then God love them, right? Okay, thanks all for watching, and like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. Right? I hope everyone have a very peaceful weekend. See you guys on next Friday. Bye bye.